Welcome back to Numbers Live Sports Network. We here for you, getting you ready for the 22-23 NBA season. On this episode, we're going to cover the city of brotherly love, the Philadelphia 76ers. So last year, they ended the season with 51 wins, 31 losses. Actually, three teams tied last season with 51 and 31, the Celtics, Bucks, and the Sixers. It was very, very tight in the East at the end of the season. The Sixers obviously fell to the Miami Heat when Embiid was injured for the first couple games too. So very unfortunate turn of events after they acquired James Harden and things of that nature. So this year though, well, in the offseason, they ramped it up. They pretty much gave Harden, I think, his tools. They brought the band back together. They got PJ Tucker, Daniel House, and they just got Montrezl Harrell, and they traded for D'Angelo Melton from the Grizzlies. They lost Danny Green and DeAndre Jordan, but this team gained a lot. I think that their offseason grade is an A minus to me. This was a great offseason acquisition for them. How we feeling about these Sixers?
I think the Pickens was terrific. Another name that we're not even talking about that may be down the line be a wild card if his game develop is Mike Foster Jr. 6'8", 250, highly touted coming out of high school. I think that if he can get some minutes from like maybe George Niang or someone of lesser talent, it might be scary times ahead. I mean, you gave big fella Embiid some more help, and you got a backcourt that you added more defensive presence in D'Anthony Melton. So I like the pickup. I like the moves. They look like they're primed to get to the Eastern Conference Finals. So I'm excited.
Yeah, I think their success relies on what type of version of James Harden we're gonna get this year. I feel like the last 2 years we haven't seen prime MVP James Harden, but I feel like with this offseason he's had more time to prepare. So we're gonna see James Harden of old, you know what I'm saying? Maybe like old Houston Rockets James Harden. That's the one I want to see. But I'll take Brooklyn Nets James Harden. I'll take that one as well, the healthy one, of course. But I think if they got a healthy James Harden, a healthy Joel Embiid, they should be a threat to come out of the East. I see them getting past the Milwaukee Bucks. I don't feel like the Milwaukee Bucks have done enough to improve their roster over the offseason. And right now, I just feel like with KD, him having a lot to prove, it'll be the Brooklyn Nets and the Philadelphia 76ers.
Agreed. I think you got Nets Sixers in the Eastern Conference Finals matchup. I think that's.
I think TV networks will want that matchup over going to Milwaukee. I mean, let's be real. There's two major markets right there.
I mean, as Chicago Bulls fans, we can't even cheer for the Milwaukee Bucks anymore. Like, we got to do everything in our power to make sure that they lose.
Big facts.
So that Giannis can leave. Like, there's nothing really holding Giannis to the Bucks anymore. Like, he's fulfilled his duties. You know what I'm saying? And if he already talking about coming to the Chicago Bulls, we cannot be rooting for the Milwaukee Bucks to win anything this year.
Man, he gonna fuck around and be like a Dame Lillard, bro. Be loyal to the franchise. And he African too.
Nah, he ain't Dame. He ain't
Hell
Dame.
no.
Because he won and he got some MVPs.
Right.
So they the exact opposite.
Hey, you know what's funny though?
And he got it from the bottom. So he did it all already. Like, he can do whatever the fuck he want to do.
Yeah, that's funny though. Like, nowadays, superstars are really just talking freely. Like, I know it's sidebar, but Giannis and like Aaron Judge talking about, well, I don't know what the future holds, whatever. Like, they own that LeBron shit. Like,
hey, he about to get paid next year.
Who?
Aaron Judge.
I got a question for you.
450 at least.
Hell no, boy.
I got a question for you.
Hell no.
If Judge get 4,
we're trying to get 5.
If Joe get 4, what Shohei gonna get?
Oh, trying to get 550.
6.
550. Well, okay.
Wait, so you gonna tell me somebody go pay
sidebar
Aaron Judge $400 million?
Yes.
That boy ain't getting a cent over 3. He go get 3. He ain't getting a cent over 3.
All right, let's say 350.
That's really it. That's really it. All right. Philadelphia 76.
That's it.
All right. So they got D'Angelo Melton from the Grizzlies, which was a low key dope ass addition. I think off that bench he gonna be a dog like he was for the Grizzlies. Montrezl Harrell, I think he's gonna play much better. What was that?
When you say his name, Harrell, why you
Harrell.
hard?
Harrell. It's a hard Harrell.
Rail.
Like the rail. So he's gonna play much better than he played last year with the Charlotte Hornets, because now he has to step his game up. He's on a contender. So I think we're gonna get a 6-man-esque Harrell.
No, speaking of a 6-man, Tyrese Maxey is that guy. And y'all need to stop disrespecting that man like he ain't been balling. He was literally the second best player of the Sixers, man. Like
they're 6-man though.
Maxey started.
Yeah, Maxey
started.
Yeah,
he started right.
Yeah, the Sixers got a really good.
Just making sure. I'm about to go play some best real quick. Play some best real quick, boy. Don't play with me now. Don't play with me now.
The Sixers had a really good offseason in terms of picking up what they needed. D'Anthony Melton being able to shoot the ball and play defense allows you not to have to play a player like Kormaz many minutes who can't defend. I think people forgot that they also picked up Daniel House, who's also a shooter and perimeter defender. And then, of course, I love the Montrezl Harrell pickup. I think with still having Harrell, PJ Tucker, even Charles Bassey, I don't think a player like Michael Foster gets minutes right away. He wasn't really doing much in the summer leagues. He was really more missed than hit. So I think he's gonna have to.
Mike Foster not making that roster at all.
And that's highly possible. That's highly possible that he won't make the roster. I do think that if he does make the roster, he'll be one of those players that gets minutes, you know what I'm saying, injury or blowouts. But Melton, House, and Harrell, again, you don't have to play Kormaz as many minutes. You don't have to play a slow-footed Gordy Zhang as many minutes. Excuse me.
Damn, they got
George Niang is many minutes as far as on the defensive end, and they can shoot just as well as both of them. So
and them boys was huff in the playoffs last year.
Yeah, they were.
Super huff.
Kormaz and George Niang were terrible in the playoffs. The PJ Tucker pickup is huge. Of course.
I was about to talk about that because look.
So I think that Philly will be a very, very hard-nosed, gritty team this season. If they can solidify a top 2 seed early, of course, we don't like players, resting, but I think that they will do that a bit.
I literally was about to say that
part of the season, because they're gonna go balls out in the playoffs, and they're gonna be super hard out. I do think this team has the potential of making the Eastern Conference Final.
Yeah. I literally was about to say that. I was going to say, to piggyback off of what Crusher said, I feel like they're going to come out like gangbusters. You know what I'm saying? They're going to smack opponents in the mouth. And towards the end of the season, they're going to, rest Embiid, make sure he's ready for the playoffs. And come playoff time, I feel like this is going to be Embiid's year where he showed that, like, yo, we here now. The process is complete.
And Embiid win MVP this year?
No, that's going to KD or Luka.
KD.
Hey, I thought I was the only person, Minnow, that felt like this could be a KD MVP season. But I thought I was the only one, and it has nothing to do with fandom. It has absolutely nothing to do with fandom and everything about show improve.
Bro, they just released a list saying that Jason Tatum is better than Kevin Durant.
Yeah,
that made me mad. Okay,
That's blasphemy.
that made me angry. All right, like I wanted to go to the gym. You know what I'm saying? I can only imagine what that did to his spirit. Like, what? Come on, man. Hey, give me KD. Give me KD for MVP 4,000.
I thought I was the only one.
He is plus 1,000 too.
I might have to
It
make
is
that
plus
bet.
1,000. He plus 1,000 for MVP currently, so ain't a bad bet.
Give me KD plus 1,000 for MVP.
I got a question for y'all. Do you think Tobias Harris finishes the year on the 76ers?
Hell no. Too many dogs on this team. He's expensive.
Yo, he hurt you.
Damn.
So like he's so wishy-washy and like compared to like with this roster, he's soft.
I think so.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say yes.
I think so. And the reason why is because, playoffs, it gets harder and harder to get a bucket. And I feel like Tobias Harris has enough in the tank to get you some buckets, 15, 20 points. And
yeah, they're going to need him.
He's a fourth option in the grand scheme of things.
Hey, I'd rather have a problem like that than not have a problem at all.
It's gonna keep the team deep. I also think that he may start getting a bit of run.
Philosophical feel in the building.
So, and then also,
I do think that he may start getting more run with the second team as well because he's the fourth option. But I think ultimately he does finish the season with that team because they're gonna want to stay as deep as possible.
Yeah,
and you made up a good point.
Make sure you got an extra clip, man.
Yeah,
they gotta keep him. They gotta keep him because they can't justify keeping him and letting Jimmy Butler go if they ultimately decide to let Tobias Harris go. It's like, all right, who you bringing in? It's like, who you bringing in then?
So look, this is what they about to do. They about to showcase Tobias Harris. They about to run him like Crusher said with the second unit full of defense.
Oh hell no!
What?
He not going for that shit.
He go start.
Yeah,
but like Harden gonna come out. It's gonna be Tobias and Maxey running the show for the second unit.
Though in the second unit with like a thigh bully,
1-2
defending everybody, throw a thigh bully and the Daniel House at everybody defending.
And then Montrezl
Harrell at the 5, and then let Tobias Harris go crazy. You know what I'm saying on the second unit and get his value up.
Will Paul Reed get some minutes
by the deadline?
Yeah,
Paul Reed will get minutes.
Oh yeah, for sure. They got some dogs, man. I really like it.
If I'm the Sixers, I'm knocking on the Pacers' door, and I'm trying to get Buddy Hield.
They deep as hell.
Buddy Hield, that's out of nowhere. I never heard that trade scenario. What
Hield got shaken?
Because Buddy Hield to me is Steph Curry light, and every team can use a Steph Curry light.
So would you trade Buddy Hield for Tobias straight up?
Absolutely.
You saying they need shooting? You saying they need shooting?
Hell yeah! Like
spread the court for Harden and Embiid.
That helps Embiid. That helps Harden. That helps that team exponentially when you know you got a guy that can camp out at the 3-point line and knock down 43% of his threes. Tobias Harris ain't doing that, and on his best night, he ain't doing that.
True. Sixers gonna be a force to be reckoned with. I can't wait to watch them. Hopefully, they got a lot of national TV games.
I'm not gonna stunt. This is like probably top 3 my favorite team to watch next year for sure. Sixers. They got so much talent on this team. So many dogs on this team.
Hey, remember I said this. Thigh bully for this defensive player of the year.
Is he gonna play enough minutes, man?
I don't think he's gonna play enough.
I don't think he's gonna play enough minutes now.
I think they'll make it a point to let him play just enough to qualify. Well, remember I said it.
You got Miles like Isaiah Joe on his team that I think is decent, but he ain't even gonna play.
When was the last bench player to win defensive player of the year?
Rudy Gobert about to win that shit again, man.
No, I don't want that to happen.
Giannis, I got Giannis winning it.
I do too. I got him, Giannis, and I just had Robert Williams too in my parlays, but I don't think Robert Williams gonna win no more.
I look, you got Holiday winning the 5th player of the year too, because they already,
building it up.
Yeah,
after last year, I can see that.
Yeah, Drew Holiday too. So we'll see. So, any other final thoughts on the Sixers, man?
I'm good.
That's it.
Top 3 teams.
Championship or bust for them, man.
I know that. I will say I need the NBA to redo these televised schedules. We need way more. I think there was no Brooklyn Nets games on national TV. They got to go to Philly at some point. We got to put that. That got to be on prime time.
Yeah.
I
They're
can't
gonna be a
wait
show.
that.
They're gonna be a show next year.
I mean, I got league pass, so it don't make no difference. But still, yeah.
Hell yeah, we do.
I got league pass too.
I don't want to see no BS. Like last year, it was a whole bunch of New Orleans Pelicans games.
What's that website called, Crusher?
East, man.
Yes, sir.
All right, then that's it
sir.
for the Philadelphia 76ers team preview. Appreciate you coming out. See you during the season. Let's tip the ball off. Let's go. Peace out.